My name is Sophie Diao. My role here at Google is Doodler, which means I'm part of a team that draws the homepage illustrations for the logo. So what I do is come up with something new or come up with something different that people haven't really seen before. Usually, I come up with everything in my head first, and then I just struggle and struggle and struggle to find a way to make that thing in my head appear onto a piece of paper.
I think the most humbling thing about art is that you're all on a journey, and there are people much further ahead of you and much further behind you. You're always sort of in the middle.
We're all students of life and of art as creative people, but I think the ultimate goal should be finding a voice that really is unique.
What we do is we have brainstorm meetings, and before we get into the meat of the meeting, we just play games.
We'll do all kinds of creative games, drawing exercises. This week we had everyone tell a joke. Anything that gets people a little bit out of their comfort zone, expressing themselves.
A really fun game that we played during brainstorm one time was a comic creating game. So the first person will create 3 panels of a comic, beginning, middle, and end. And then somebody else takes 2 of those panels and then draws what happens in between those. And then you just kind of keep going until you have this long, crazy comic that just kind of winds and winds and winds until it hits the beginning, middle, and end that were there originally. The most difficult doodle I've ever worked on was for Thanksgiving 2013. While I was preparing, I made kind of a digital collection of images and games and songs. My doodle took place in a forest, so I had some forest paintings that were done by painters I really admire. I was really inspired by those tiny little felt sculptures, and they have this really interesting woolly texture to them. And so I wanted to create designs that kind of reflected that.
Is this going to be a watercolor or a sculpture, or am I going to make a movie about this?
Some days I'm doing paper collage, some days I'm working in the computer in Photoshop, some days I'm out doing photography. It's such a great position because I feel like I can kind of have my fingers in a little bit of everything. I think while you're still learning how to draw, it's pretty valuable to copy a drawing and see how it was made. But you should definitely always try to come up with something on your own that elevates this inspiration to the next level and really makes it yours. For Ella Fitzgerald, which came out last year, I did paper cutout illustration for it, which was something that I had never tried before, but I wanted to give it a shot, and it was really fun.
I just finished the Doctor Who Doodle. Once you begin to have a character which you can move and control, you really sort of feel like it takes on another dimension.
I would say never let go of this belief that what you have to say is important and that you can show it to other people.